In the previous video, we will discuss about the forward kinematics of PUMA 560 robot. In this video, we will discuss about the inverse kinematics of PUMA 560 robotic arm. So first of all, as we discussed in the previous lecture, that the frame 4, 5 and 6 has same origin at the same point. So our first point is that the origins of frame 4, 5 and 6 are coincide, and which is known as the rest point. The position vector P of the rest point is only the function of theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3, and this position vector comes from this transformation matrix, and this is the position vector which tells us the end effector position with respect to the fixed frame 0, and this is the three component px, py and pz of position vector components. And first, in inverse kinematics, our main task to determine the values of theta 1, theta 2, theta 3 and theta 4, theta 5 and theta 6 at the given position and orientation of the end effector with respect to the fixed base. So let's start. First, we multiply this px equation with the sine theta 1, and then multiply this py equation with the cos theta 1. After that, we subtracting them, and this is the subtraction, and after subtracting this we get this equation, that is minus sine theta 1 px plus cos theta 1 py is equal to d3, which is the transcendental equation in sine and cosine of theta angle, which gives us the two values of theta 1, theta 2. Means from this equation we get the values of joint angle 1. And for that, we first put the tangent half angle formulas from the trigonometry, and we put the cos theta 1 is equal to the 1 minus x1 square upon 1 plus x1 square. Similarly, sin theta 1 is equal to 2x1 upon 1 plus x1 square, where x1 is equal to tan of theta 1 and theta 1 by 2, and this formula comes from the trigonometry, and we put these cos theta and sin theta values in these equations, and after putting these formulas in this equation we get a quadratic equations in terms of x1, and we solve these quadratic equations, and then we get the theta 1 values, and which value is between the 0 and pi, and because of this plus minus sign we get the two values of theta 1, and thus we get the joint angle 1 values. After that, we now we scaling and adding px plus py plus pz equation, these position components. We first squaring them, then after squaring we just adding them, and by performing this task we get these equations, and in this equation again we put the tangent half angle formulas from trigonometry, and this is the formulas, and we put these values in these equations, and after putting these in this equation we get again the quadratic equation in terms of x3 coefficient, and by solving this quadratic equation we get the values of theta 3 joint angle 3 values, and which is a set of two values due to this plus minus sign. Thus we get the joint angle 3 values. Now we already see that the position component along z-axis it has two terms theta 2 and theta 3, and we already know the theta 1 and theta 3 values. Now our next task to determine the value of theta 2. For that, For that, we just take pz equation, and in this equation we put the formula sin theta 1 plus sin a plus b, that's equal to sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Similarly, we put the formula cos a plus b, that is cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, and by simplifying this equation we get the this equation, which is in terms of theta 2 and theta 3. And again, by putting the tangent half formula from trigonometry in this equation, we get the quadratic equation in terms of x2 coefficient. And then we factorize this equation by using the quadratic solution formula, and then we get the set of two values of theta 2, which is lies between 0 and 2 pi, and thus we get the theta 2 joint angle values. Thus we get the theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3 values. After getting these three joint values, our next task to determine the values of theta 4, theta 5 and theta 6. And for that we just obtain this transformation, that is frame 6 with respect to frame 3, which is 3 4 4 5 5 6, which we already derived in the forward kinematics. And then by multiplying these matrices, three matrices, we get this final matrix, and we take the rotation matrix of from this matrix, which is in terms of theta 4, theta 5 and theta 6. And we already calculate the values of these 0 to 6 transformation matrix in terms of 4, 5 and 6 joint angles, and in which we just take this transformation matrix in one side, and we just shift this transformation to another side, and then we get this equation. And in this equation, by equating the left hand side and right hand side, that is this transformation matrix in terms of theta 4, theta 5 and theta 6, and 0 to 3 transformation matrix, that is this one, 0 0 to 3, this one. This matrix, we can see that this is in terms of theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3, and we already get the values of theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3. And the another one is the 0 to 6, 0 to 6, that is this one, this one, that is these elements, these elements. Mm. And by putting these elements in this equation, and by equating left hand side or right hand side matrix elements, we get this theta 4, theta 5 and theta 6 values by equating these elements. And in these elements there is one constraint, that this is r23, this one theta 5 cos theta 5 is not equal to plus minus, that is theta 5 is not equal to 0 or pi, and thus we get the values of theta 5, theta 6, theta 5, that is plus minus square root of r21, that is this one, sin theta 5 cos theta 6 upon cos theta plus r22 square, that is this one. And by squaring this we get the sin theta 5 square, and cos theta 6 square plus sin theta square is equal to 1. So that is we get the square root of sin theta 5 square, which is equal to plus minus sin theta 5 upon r23, which is already cos theta 5. Thus we get the values of theta 5. Similarly, we get the values of theta 4 and theta 6, and thus we get the all joint values joint angle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And there is one constraint, that if r23, that is this cos theta 5 is equal to 1, then solution is this and if r23 is equal to -1, then solution is this. And thus we get the two possible values of theta 5 theta 6 and theta 5 theta 6 and theta 4 theta 5 theta 6 from this algorithm. And thus we already because we already get the values of theta 1 theta 2 and theta 3 in the previous, and thus we get all the joint values. And we conclude that we get the two values of theta 1, two values of theta 3, and four possible values of theta 2, and two sets of theta 4 theta 5 and theta 6. And overall we get the eight possible solution to a particular position vector.